Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Ground Score.
In a small warehouse in Portland's Old Town, people on the streets gather in hopes of getting some gig work.
All right, I'm going to draw one more number, guys. Somebody else might be lucky to go out.
This nonprofit, Ground Score Association,
y'all have a good day too,
offers opportunities for individuals to earn a living and find purpose. Their glitter program sends cleanup crews throughout a couple dozen neighborhoods in Portland.
So you two hang out here, and I'll put you on the route.
Some people sign up for a shift as an independent contractor, while others have worked their way up into more leadership roles.
Before Ground Score, I was canning, and that was my partner and I's only source of income.
Dana Detten battled addiction and a serious ankle injury. Without work, she was living in shelters. But Ground Score's cleanup crew, Glitter, was the gleaming opportunity that turned her life around.
I started when I was in my wheelchair. Yeah, I was in my wheelchair. I worked at my own pace, and I worked myself up from there. My partner and I are now sober, 4 years.
Congrats.
Alcohol is a horrible thing. It's tough. Every day is a struggle, but every day is closer to a better beginning.
Dana loves her job, coming in early every morning, ready to contribute to the community, share her story, and inspire others to follow in her footsteps. She's got an apartment in Beaverton, a wonderful partner, and a bank account. Dana attributes this stability to the visionary behind Ground Score Association, Barbra Weber.
But you know, when we started, like, that was my home right there across the street. I lived in a tent.
Barbra Weber lost her marketing job after a serious brain injury. She couldn't pay her mortgage and lived on the corner of Northwest 6th and Davis.
It gets really depressing sitting on the sidewalk because I did it for hours and days and years, and I got sick of it. And I'm like, why don't they pay us to pick up the trash?
As someone who collected cans, she wanted to create opportunities for waste pickers like her.
I had a dream to give people meaningful work.
Her dream came true. The city of Portland partners with Ground Score Association, employing more than 60 people to help keep the city clean.
Everybody that was working, all the people that you saw today, they were all living outside. At best, some of them lived in, we called them the shelter cats. You know, that was our situation.
Now, she says around 3/4 of the people who work for Ground Score Association are in formal housing.
It's wonderful to get charity. It's also even more empowering to contribute to your own well-being.
Barbara's nonprofit also manages another recycling redemption program in Southeast Portland called the People's Depot, where similar transformations are taking place.
About 3 years ago, I was sleeping under a bridge. I came to Oregon with nothing but my backpack on, no ID, no nothing, and I used to collect cans to help get by.
Christopher Brown caught wind of a job opening at the People's Depot, where he could count and sort cans. He got a gig 1 day a week.
I was making like $40-50 a day, but that was way more than what I was already making collecting cans. So I just kept showing up, and using my experience now, I get to manage other people, help them get their IDs, their bank accounts. Most of my workers, they have gone from being outdoors to indoors, just like me.
Christopher is working on his credit score, toward getting into a house with his girlfriend, and even considering going back to school. Their work is informal, flexible, and accessible to many people in need, who are often shut out of the formal job market. He advocates for more low-barrier work like this.
Still sober?
While back out on the cleanup route, people recognize Dana, congratulating her on her recovery.
It's good seeing you. Thank you. It's been a long road, but Megan and I are in our own apartment in Beaverton.
I've known Dana since she was using, and I believe I was probably still using then, but she started from the ground up.
When people hit rock bottom, Dana says simple jobs are the key to resurrecting them.
I can pay my bills. I feel more self-sufficient. I'm more proud of myself for being able to stay sober in this community, you know. And Ground Score helps with that. Loads of encouragement.
She wants to see more opportunities like this exist.
I have seen a lot of the same people come in, and I've seen them change for the better, you know, and that makes me so happy. Because if we can just help one person, then maybe this world will be a better place.
You made me cry. Dana owes her life to the woman with a dream, Barbra, whose mission is to change society's perception of who and what is considered valuable. Barbra told me that they don't require people to be sober in order to get a job with them, that people are getting clean on their own volition. She said once they have an opportunity to provide for themselves, that it's a chance that they don't want to mess up.
These aren't groups with multi-million-dollar budgets, with a bunch of administration, and this is working. It's a grassroots effort, and what it's providing is not only that work opportunity, dignity and self-worth.
Yeah.
You know, that's incredible.
It goes such a long way, and they're very proud of also just the environmental aspect to what they do too. And some of the things that you may have noticed in that video was that they were using reusable like tarp bags instead of plastic trash bags to reduce waste. They've thought of other things like they divert 25% of what they pick up into recycling or scraps, and they feel very good about that work that they're doing, because then they're not they're cleaning up the city, they're cleaning up our parks and the environment, making it safer for people and of course wildlife too.
Yeah, so great to hear about just their progress and their personal lives and attribute it to this.
Right,
Yeah.
it's really great. So it's one of those things where, like I said at the beginning, you want to be able to find what's working so that way you can replicate it.
Yeah. What an uplifting story, Elise. Great job.
Thanks.
Thank you.